what we have studied so far? Just we don't need to go too far back. Just tell me about the definition of Uttama Bhakti, what we have studied.
So my understanding of Uttama Bhakti is spontaneous, loving service towards the Lord, meaning that we are performing devotional service through Raganuga Bhakti instead of Vedi Bhakti in a spontaneous way based on our own moods of devotion to Krishna.
No, so we haven't talked about the Vadi Bhakti plus spontaneous Bhakti yet in this definition. This definition talks about the four aspects, right? That it includes the Anusilanam, like it's the favorable service, right? It's the personal service for Krishna with the favorable attitude toward Krishna, right? These are
And
two. Then what was the other two?
the desire,
This,
um,
only desire is to please Krishna. Very good.
desire
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
please
Only desire
Krishna.
is to please Krishna. And
And
then
then
there's some mhm, mhm.
out of the love kindness of your heart, right? Is it out of the kindness
Yes,
of your heart?
hard, but then there's something negative, right? That what are things which needs to be excluded?
Oh, the karma yoga and the yana yoga.
Very good. Yeah, no conception of jnana karma. There shouldn't be a primary motive. Very good. Very good.
Mhm.
So we haven't. So, and we will talk about the. So you might have heard just that Bree introduced the term Vedi Bhakti and then the Raganuga Bhakti. Those will be coming later. But the definition, the Uttama Bhakti definition, includes both the sadhana bhakti. The sadhana means practice, the one which we are doing, right? For which it requires effort, right? And then initially it's effort, right? Like we are chanting, like, okay, it's, oh, I have to do 16 rounds and I'm chanting. But on the other hand, as one advances, the chanting, you want to do more chanting, right? Oh, what about like it doesn't really 64, 84, 128. Like you'll just you love chanting. You are feeling the taste out of it. It's becoming more spontaneous, right? You just sometimes so that's the maturity, and both of those are included in the definition of the Uttama Bhakti. Okay, and we will analyze. So today, of the first thing what we are going to do is do further analysis of the Uttama Bhakti definition. They are very small things which Rupa Goswami puts into these words. So we will analyze, and that why that analysis is important, because then that will lead to our next topic. Are we doing the Uttama Bhakti or not? So before I go there, raise your hand. Uh, okay, let what? Okay, who is doing Uttama Bhakti here? Just raise your hand. Okay, Jessica is telling
Trying.
she. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
she
Is it?
Jessica.
Yeah. Can we say we're attempting to do that
Okay, okay, attempting to do that. Okay,
instead of yeah?
okay,
Because I don't know.
all right. So we will go into that part, and that is again a very good understanding, analytical understanding, because see, but let's first analyze, right? What this definition of Uttama Bhakti is first of all. Okay, so
Is it doing service without wanting anything in return, or love of God without wanting anything in return?
yeah, that means that's the Uttama. See, what is telling? It should not include any desire for jnana, karma, or yoga. So in the karma, I want some result, right? I do some work and I am looking for some result. It's telling that you shouldn't have that. Now the question is, do we have that? Or do I have that? Okay. So So we will analyze it. Okay, we'll analyze it, and I have note. I'm going to share my screen again. So first, let's go back to our definition. Anya bhilasita sunyam, right? So you see, just so anya, right? So anya is let me see. I can highlight it. Uh, Anya, right? This is the first part, and then abhilashita. So abhilashita means that we have some desire. So we have some desire. Anya means we do not. So it's putting a negative in front of the I have a desire. Abhilasha. Abhilasha means I have a desire. Anya is telling I do not have that desire. Sunyam. Sunyam means what does it mean?
Zero, nothing.
Zero. Okay? Zero. So there shouldn't be any iota of desire. Okay. Who doesn't have that iota of desire? Shiva Prabhu is smiling. He doesn't have any desire, right, Shiva Prabhu?
No, sir. No problem.
Okay. I think Shrujana Mataji doesn't have any desire, right, Shrujana Mataji? We couldn't hear you.
No material is there, bro. Should
No,
we filter it out?
yeah, means yeah. So this means no material desire. So spiritual desire is totally fine, right?
The
This
only
here,
desire,
Shrujana Mataji, do you have no material desire?
no problem.
Means no means you have it or you don't
The,
have it.
no. The only desire I have is to, to have to keep in Krishna service.
So you don't have any material desire right now, right? You are not expecting that everybody should be healthy in the family, or there should be enough money so that you can survive. You don't have any desire like that, right?
Oh, that's a complicated question.
Yeah, we are talking little
No,
complicated thing, right?
no.
So
So, so if it comes down to uh, yes, you should be healthy, so you can do service, better service, longer
so
service, like as long as you are. If that those are the cases, yes, definitely.
okay. So analyze. So definitely there are things where we have to go deeper and see that do we have any desire or not, right? So that's the reason I'm asking those questions. Next line. Jnana, karma, adi. Adi means etc. So jnana, you understand? Knowledge, karma, okay. I want to have the result of the karma, adi, etc. Anavritam. I don't have it, right? Jnana, karmadi, anavritam. So here I will ask question. Here it says sunyam, right? Here it says anavritam. Anavritam means you should not have jnana karmadi. Why it doesn't say jnana karmadi sunyam? Sunyam means it should have been zero, right? No conception of jnana or karma. Why it says instead of sunyam, why it says anavritam?
I mean, overpowered or something, bro. Oh, we should not be covered by that. We
You
should
should not
have.
be. Mhm.
So as part of bhakti, like we do swadhyay, like whatever we are doing, so knowledge and also karma, like
Mhm.
akarma we do. So it's not that we are simply getting carried away by this process, but it should be centralized on a bhakti.
Very good. Very good. So this is so here this definition is not saying that having gaining any knowledge is bad or doing any karma is bad. If Because see, for a studying, right? We are trying to acquire the knowledge. In that case, this knowledge would also be bad if it becomes sunyam. Sunyam means zero, right? So anavritam is telling that it should not be overpowered. Anavritam is, it shouldn't cover it. The jnana and karma aspect shouldn't cover the bhakti aspect. Bhakti should always be prominent, and then jnana and karma can support the bhakti. So the definition is very precise. Okay. Am I making sense? Okay. Jessica, oh, sorry, she's not here. Okay. Um, okay. So now we will go to the third line. Anukuliyena. Anukuliyena. What does it mean?
Yeah,
Favorable. For whom?
Krishna.
Krishna. So the work has the whatever we are the activity, the devotional activity we are doing, it should be favorable to Krishna. And then this is the Krishna Anushilanam. Actually, the way we read it, Krishna Anushilanam. So see, Anushilanam. Now this and Bhaktir Uttama. So there are here Jiva Goswami. This is whatever we are talking is these are the analysis done by Jiva Goswami. I hope everybody knows Jiva Goswami. Murnali Mataji, you know Jiva Goswami?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Who is?
Audible, Prabhu?
Yes, now you're audible. Yes. Who is Jiva Goswami? Anybody? Give me few lines.
One of the Shad Goswamis that we pray where Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara is
Yes.
taken
Yes.
into the next level from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And
Yes.
Jiva Goswami is a student of Rupa Goswami, like who wrote many scriptures and translated right from Bhagavatam and many
Very good.
sandarbhas. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Very good. Yes, Shrujana Mataji, you had your hand raised.
No, I think Shiva
You
Prabhu
just
covered it.
okay. We wanted to answer. Okay.
No, just to add on, Prabhu. So Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Anupam are brothers, and Jiva Goswami is the son of Anupam. So he is nephew for Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami.
Very good. And then Jiva Goswami made Rupa Goswami as his teacher, his
Correct.
master, right? His
Yes.
spiritual master. Very good. Very good. So that's from the how they were related, but the amount of work Jiva Goswami has done, he's like um, the amount of book he has produced, the amount of analysis that he has done of the scriptural text is massive, humongous. Okay, so he has analyzed everything for our benefit. Okay, so now here are some discussions question. So why does Rupa Goswami emphasizes anukulena instead of just service? So question number one. Why does Rupa Goswami emphasizes anukulena instead of just service? What do you think?
Did the unkula, did that mean zero? That meant nothing, right?
Anukulena. So in this case, there is no sunyam thing. So here anukulena. This is the third line. Anukulena Krishna. So it says that this should be favorable for Krishna. So what is asking? The question is here. Why anukulena means favorable? Um, he could have used just service that do the service. Why he's telling that it has to be a favorable service? Why he's putting an adjective that it has to be a favorable service? Why not just service? Yes, Bree.
That could be way in face, but so my understanding is that you can only understand and know Krishna by performing devotional service. And so if you're not if you're not performing devotional service in a favorable way, then would you know him as unfavorable instead of favorably doing service and knowing him in a favorable way?
You're on the right path. So just I'll give an example that will really help. For example, Krishna loves to fight, right? He likes Virya rasa. Virya rasa means um, rasa, the exchanges of fighting, right? And so fighter loves to fight. That gives them rejuvenation. They are very happy. So Krishna loves to fight. Now Kamsa Kamsha wanted to fight with Krishna. Now, if we say that he's doing a service for Krishna because Krishna likes to fight, then is that bhakti? Is Kamsha doing the bhakti? So now, are you getting the answer why he said anukulena? So I'll repeat, okay? Or Breek is going to repeat, okay?
I think I know. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah,
Anybody would
you
like
said
to? Go
you
ahead.
said favorable because Krishna likes to fight. So something that Krishna likes, a service that Krishna likes.
Yeah, but in this case, Kamsa was a demon who wanted to kill Krishna. Okay, so can we say so? This demon wants to kill Krishna, and Krishna likes to fight. So now, is this demon is doing the Uttama Bhakti or not?
I don't think so.
And why he is not doing Uttama Bhakti? Because Krishna likes to fight.
Well, because I think that Kamsa was working against Krishna's will. So I understand, like, with Arjuna, who didn't want to fight, but Krishna wanted him to fight, would be towards Krishna's will, but Kamsa wanting to fight Krishna would be against it, right? Or no?
So yeah, and that's where this favorable why Rupa Goswami is saying anukulena, right? Why he's saying anukulena to differentiate, because in this case, if there wouldn't have been a word called anukulena, right, which means favorable, but just a word which says that which is pleasing to Krishna. In that case, the Kamsa fighting with Krishna would have become a devotional service. And we know that that is not, because um, even though Krishna likes to fight, Kamsa was not favorable to Krishna. Okay, and that's the reason why this definition have anukuliyena, that even if Krishna likes, but if it is not favorable for Krishna, that is not considered Uttama Bhakti.
Okay. So
Okay, so
it's against.
yeah, it's against. So basically, I'm just emphasizing why this word anukuliyena is used. It is un, to make the definition very clear that not all service can become Uttama Bhakti. Only the service which is favorable for Krishna will become devotional service. So, for example, here, okay, so two possible definition of Anukuliyana: that which is pleasing to Krishna and that which is done for pleasing Krishna. Which of these is right and why?
I
Second
think
one,
both.
Prabhu.
Go ahead. Shiva Prabhu, you wanted to say?
Yes, Prabhu. As you said, we are doing service to please the Krishna. That is the goal. So,
Mhm.
when the service is done in favorable way, then it will become the actual service. The purpose of the service will be solved. That's where Anukulyana is coming. So by doing anything, uh, 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 it might my God might enjoy, but it's not in a favorable way, then it is not a Uttama Bhakti. Just like an example we generally say when we are reading Bhagavad Gita. So offering Patram Pushpam Phalantoyam Yomai Bhakta, like with love we need to provide. But there is another place where we discuss uh, Yadagnasi, like whatever you do, you offer. So there are two things. Like if one person is looking for water, if you give juice, that will not help them because they need juice. So ultimately, we should please the other person. So we need to do favorable things. It's just not like what you do or whether it is in a
Correct,
different way.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of these two, then which is the right definition for anukulena of these two sentences, number one and number two?
Number 2.
I feel number two too.
Very good. And
Anukulena.
why? Yeah. And why number one is incorrect?
One simple thing is like we have already to please Krishna in the in the sloka, so that is a different part. So that way, like in reverse, I deduct. But uh, first one, which is pleasing Krishna, is like uh, so it can be anyway unfavorable. Also, it might be it can please
Yeah.
Krishna. It might please Krishna. Yeah.
So, and Bri Mataji, you were trying to add something?
I mean, I think the difference between 1 and 2 would be maybe the second number 2 sounds like it's a service which is distinct from number 1. And so
Okay.
they're doing something for the pleasure of Krishna instead of
So here, this is the key. Done for pleasing, right? So the here is showing the intent, that my intent is to please Krishna. So now you take the example which I talking about Kamsa. Kamsa, Jessica, for you, he's the demon who wanted to kill Krishna. Okay. So now, as I was talking, Krishna loves to fight, right? So if let's say if definition number one would have been true, then because Krishna loves to fight and Kamsa is fighting, then that is pleasing to Krishna. But his intent is not to please Krishna. His intent is to harm Krishna. So in that case, this definition would have been incorrect, right? Now, does it make sense? Why? So the attitude. So the second sentence is saying the attitude of the person who is doing the service should be favorable to please Krishna. Okay? It's just not Krishna should like it. That is not enough. Enough is the person who is doing the service, his intention, his or her intention is to please Krishna. A very important point. Subtle but important point. Make sense? So
So
that
yeah,
was the
intention. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, intention. Yeah. And so here you can just read it. This is exactly we talked about. Make sense? Everybody read it?
Mhm.
Hold on.
I have a question.
Yes, yes, please. Please go ahead.
And so, with the same example for some, I mean, just any of the demons that Kamsa sent to kill Krishna, um, is that why, is that why they received liberation? Is because, I mean, although they weren't doing something with the intentions of pleasing Krishna, but I know for Putana specifically, he took the service of motherhood and gave her liberation anyway. Um, is that why they received liberation anyway? Because he took that service, although it wasn't with the intentions
Yes,
of hurting. I mean,
yes.
pleasing.
Yeah, Krishna is so compassionate that he sees all the act that hey, this guy or girl is trying to do something, right? So anyone who comes to fight with Krishna and they killed in front of him, so by definition, by his mercy, they all get liberated. So all the people who fought Mahabharat, most of them got liberated. Okay, because they were doing their duty of fighting. Okay, so even if they got killed, and because Krishna was present, so they all got liberated. All right. So we'll go back. So our definition and we will, okay. Now the next question is, how does anusilanam differs from passive meditation? Can you give example of internal and external practice? So anusilanam, can you, okay, so are you able to follow this question? This is confusing.
Can you define anusilanam, silanam again?
Yeah, so anusilanam, the definition is here. It defines as continuous service or
Mhm.
emotions. Okay. Directed towards Krishna. So anusilanam means directed toward Krishna. So now, how does anusilanam differ from passive meditation? Like, and can you give example of internal external practice? So it's little difficult to
Lengthy.
understand question here. So yeah, you tell me. I wanted if any of you would like to attempt to answer. Okay. So see,
Is that
anusilanam. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
you said service of emotions? So is that out of your kindness of your heart?
Yeah, so how Anusilanam is different from the um, passive meditation, that Anusilanam is active. It's an active cultivation, right? So it's not just not that somebody is doing a just meditating, right? Okay, I'll focus on Krishna, means, or I'm just going to focus and try to get rid of all my negative thoughts. But there's no active cultivation. So bhakti, this why you see why whenever we say bhakti, it means active service, act of service. So we say bhakti is a verb, right? This love is a verb, bhakti is a verb. Okay. So anusilanam here means active cultivation. So that is different from the passive act. Okay, that's one. And then internal and external. When I'm saying that, how it is, can you give example of internal and external practice? So internal practice is like sharvanam, like hearing. Smarnam, like remembering, right? Hearing, remembering, those are the internal act. And external act can be we are doing the worship, like archanam or seva, service. I'm using both the word, so please do not get confused. If you don't know these words, you can focus on the English word. Okay, so internal acts is hearing and remembering, and external act is like, and these are examples I'm sharing, like worship or service. So bhakti involves both mentally and physically, right? So why this is in, so it's just not the external act. So you can see me meditating, right? I'm just trying to meditate, I'm external act, you will see that I'm meditating, but internally I'm not thinking that, oh, you should please Krishna or not, right? When what this anusilanam does is telling it the meaning, what the meaning of anusilanam is, from my mind, body, speech, my external senses, everything, I'm using it to serve Krishna. That's the reason anusilanam word is used. Make sense? Is
Mhm.
it too confusing? This discussion is too confusing?
No.
Okay, okay. Now, why is the okay? So this word, I think Shiva Prabhu answered. Why is the word anavritam, uncovered, chosen instead of sunyam? What this reveal about bhakti's nature, right? So, what was the answer, Shiva Prabhu, for this question? What do you talk?
Yeah, bhakti should be on primary focus. So doesn't mean that we should completely cease the acquiring knowledge or doing some activity.
Okay, so I have to make some addition there. So the knowledge which helps me to progress on the path of bhakti
Is allowed.
is allowed. Okay, any knowledge which makes the bhakti less, right? Like, so if I'm just, oh, I want to learn the Veda, I want to become a Vedantist, I can say that, I have learned all the four Vedas and I'm focusing all on the Vedas. And the purpose of the Veda is to love Krishna. But I'm saying, oh, I am Vedantist. I am now see what has happened. I forgot why did I read the Vedas? Because I wanted to become a good devotee. Rather, what has happened? I am thinking that I have four PhDs. Correct? So that is what it means here. That any knowledge which help us to move forward is okay and allowed. Okay. So that's the reason why it doesn't use the word sunyam, rather it uses the word anavritam. That it should not cover bhakti. So jnana should not cover bhakti and karma should not cover bhakti because there are karmas which we all have to do. Correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
And what are the karma which we have to do every day?
The work that we have to do every day, like
Yeah, like so nitya karma, brushing our teeth, taking shower, going to restroom, that we have to do. Nobody can stop, right? Then as a practitioner, even doing our chanting or thinking about Krishna, so everybody should do that, right? So that is called nitya karma. Nitya karma, okay. So nitya karma everybody has to do. So that is allowed. It's not that that is not allowed. But if I'm doing extra endeavor, even sometimes we do, and this is our mind can trick us. My mind tricks me, right? It can tell me that, Deepak, you should work really hard, and the money what you'll get, you can use it for Krishna. Now my mind, now is the mind really being that honest? If I dig deeper, then I say, oh, mind is telling, Deepak, that as you grow in your career, your ego will boost little bit, right? So, so there may be this subtle pride may be there. So I have to go and dig deeper and say, is it really for Krishna, or just my mind is fooling me thinking that it is for Krishna? But my mind also have a slight agenda, which is a pride that people will think that you are a pretty successful man, right? In terms of the money. Correct. So we have to be very careful, and these are hard to uncover, but at least we understand these principle so that as we are practicing, we can know what is the right thing and what is the wrong thing. So principle is the karma, whatever we are doing, it shouldn't cover the bhakti. Are we good here? Any question? Okay. Fourth question. What practical challenge do we face in keeping bhakti free from karma and jnana motive? So I think we already talk about this, right? This like so like our own motive, right? That what motive we have inside. So I'm just next question. Compare the Bhagavata definition with Rupa Goswami definition. Additional clarity that is provided. Okay, so this will cover. And how can we apply the principle of exclusive and favorable service in our daily life? I think we covered. Why is Uttama Bhakti considered the highest ideal among all spiritual path? Okay, um, we will move on. Okay, so okay, so now this part. Okay, this part I think this should have ideally be a question, but now I didn't put the discussion question there. So other way these definitions has been analyzed that there in every definition there will be primary characteristic and there will be secondary characteristic. Okay, so in this definition there are four parts: anusilinam, anukulena, anyabhilasa sunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam. Four part of these, which is primary characteristic and which is secondary characteristic. So what is the primary characteristic for Uttama Bhakti? And what is the secondary characteristic for Uttama Bhakti? Is the question clear? What do you think is the primary characteristic for this Uttama Bhakti definition?
Ananti
Um,
Prabhu.
Go ahead. Here. So here are the four. Anyabhilashita sunyam, jnana karmadi anavritam, anukulena, Krishna anusilanam. Of these four, which is the primary?
1 and 3 Prabhu.
1 and you said
3.
1 and sorry?
1 and 3 Prabhu.
Okay, anukulena, so it has to be favorable. Anyabhilashita, there should not be any other uh,
Motives.
desire. Okay, or any other desire. Okay. Anybody would like to add, subtract what Shiva Prabhu said?
I think 4 to add.
Very good. Very good. Krishna anusilanam. So it has to be pleasing to Krishna. That is a primary, because see, when the bhakti by definition is we are doing to please Krishna, right? And it's not, and I don't have any desire. My only desire is to please Krishna, and it is favorable. So this is all primary. Okay.
1, 3.
The go ahead. Sorry.
1, 3 and 4 together like primary.
Primary. Yeah. Now the secondary is, what is secondary?
It's 2.
2. Now, but see, the importance of secondary is this the importance of this number 2 is this makes the bhakti uttama. So if so anyabhilashita anukulena Krishna anusilanam. Together these three is bhakti, definition of bhakti. But what makes it uttama is that it is not mixed. Anything which gets mixed is not pure. Uttama means pure. So this is the mix, right? So but that is so very important in this definition, because that's what makes it uttama. Make sense?
Mhm.
So and here Bri, this is we so anushilanam has both the definition chesta rupa anushilanam and bhava rupa anushilanam. Chesta means where I am working, right? I don't have the emotions. I don't have the emotions, but I'm just like, for example, chanting 16 rounds. I'm If you look into definition from Chaitanya Sikshastakam, if I'm chanting, I should be trembling, the hair should be standing, and then I might be fainting, but none of those symptoms typically happens to us. To
Oh,
me, at
Vedi.
least I know.
It's like Vedi Bhakti? Is that what you're
Yeah. So so this is Vedi Bhakti is where is the emotions. Emotions are missing right now. Okay, emotions are missing. So it's called sadhana or Vedi Bhakti.
Mm.
Okay, so actually it's called Vedi Sadhana Bhakti. The right word
Vedi
is Vedi Sadhana Bhakti.
Vedi Sadhana.
hmm hmm Okay, so this is called Chesta Rupa. Means Chesta means I have to try. I have to try to become a practitioner, a bhakta. It's called Chesta. Chesta meaning is you have to do effort. Chesta means do effort. Then the next is Bhava Rupa. Bhava is now I have emotions. I don't look so. Somebody has emotions. Bhava means somebody has emotions. And in this case, when they're using their mind, body, and words, they are doing with emotion. And this is like what the Brajavasi have. Brajavasi have, or anybody who is on the Raga Nuga platform, where they started practicing Raga Nuga, and they have reached the stage of Bhava and Prema. So one can get to Bhava and Prema even in Vaidhi Bhakti also. Okay, so we will do that analysis in the later chapters. Okay, how Vaidhi Bhakti and Raga Nuga compare. So let's not think about those terms. Okay, just focus that the bhakti which is done with emotion as well as the bhakti which is done without emotions, both are included in Anushilanam. Are we good here? Now, so here you can just read. So somebody will can just actually we have already did the analysis, but just you can read it.
The Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shall I continue? Swarupa Lakshanam, primary characteristics. In the Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada translates the primary characteristics of pure devotional service. First class devotional service is known by one's tendency to be fully engaged in Krishna consciousness, serving the Lord favorably. There are three primary characteristics. One, devotional service is for Krishna. Two, devotional service is an active engagement. Three, devotional service is executed with favorable intent. Krishna devotional service is for Krishna. Pure devotional service is for Krishna, not for anyone else. Of all primary characteristics, this is the most essential.
Essential. Okay, and this is called Paribhasha Sutra, which means this is the one on which the whole concept of the bhakti, this book, Nectar of Devotion or Bhakti-Rasamrta-Sindhu, is based on this. If you so that paribhasha means this is the definition. This is the definition of the whole book, or this is the basis, or the right word, Bill. This is the basis of the whole book. So it's very important. Okay. Okay. So we analyze the Krishna Anusilanam. Okay. So in Anusilanam, oh no, this is very important. Okay. Uh, Krishna means, and this we have talked about, it means all his paraphernalia, his relationship. So and it includes all Krishna's incarnation. Okay, it's not that, oh, I will only Krishna is dear to me, Narsimha is not dear to me, Varaha is not dear to me because it's not Krishna. No, if we love Krishna, we have to love. They are all included in Krishna. His relationship means his relationship with the devotee. So devotees, we have to be respectful to a devotee also. All his paraphernalia, right? All his. So that's the reason you see when the pujaris they are doing the service, all his dresses, all his paraphernalia, his flute, everything is cared for, just like as if you are caring for Krishna. Okay. Now Anusilanam, this is very important. I think um, you all will appreciate. I really appreciated it a lot. So, Jessica or Bree, would you like to read this part, Anusilanam?
Did you want to, Jessica, or do you want me to do it?
Go ahead, Bree.
All of these positive and negative devotional activities cannot connect to Krishna without the assistance of disciplic succession, Guru Parampara. Srila Rupa Goswami indicates this with the prefix anu, which means that which follows. Those who follow Krishna are the Guru Parampara. One performs devotional activities by following a spiritual master, who himself is following the Guru Parampara, which is ultimately following the dictations of Sri Krishna. In this way, one's own activities may connect to the transcendental desires of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada explains, we can offer many services with our bodily activities, but all such services must be in relationship with Krishna. This relationship is established by connecting oneself to a bona fide spiritual master, who is the direct representative of Krishna in disciplic succession. Initiation by the spiritual master ensures purity and selflessness in our service. Without this, one cannot connect with Krishna and know exactly what one should do to please the Lord.
So now, what is the
This
takeaway?
helps. No, it really helps because I was earlier when we were like, oh, that last point, it has to be favorable to Krishna, and we don't actually know what that is without getting instruction from a bona fide spiritual master. So the only thing, for me at least, I'm not initiated or anything. So the only thing that I know would please Krishna would be to chant my prescribed rounds, associate, read books, and try to do as much sadhana as possible. Anything else, I've been told I need permission from in order to gain a connection to know that I'm personally pleasing Krishna and not just doing things whimsically. So this helps a lot with I think that's why I was a little confused earlier.
Yeah, I know. So the emphasis is this word. Even see how this definition is constructed so well, right? Anusilanam, right? So the favorable activity, it has to follow. So he's saying anu means that one who is doing the activity, they are already doing as the part of the guru. They have already come into the parampara, disciplic succession, and doing it. So this emphasizes why initiation is so important, right? This emphasizes that if one wants to do bhakti, they should be doing under the direction of the guru or the guru parampara, as you were saying. So it's very important. This anu word is very important. So um, for any of us who are initiated, they should understand the importance of our teacher and how one need to follow the teacher, follow the instruction of Prabhupada and all the previous acharya, means the previous teacher. Others who are on the path and thinking of getting initiated, it should give them the further motivation that they should keep walking on this path and they should try to find a teacher who can help them connected to the parampara. Okay, and so through that act, as one is doing the service, it will be considered to be favorable to Krishna. Are we okay to move ahead? Did I confuse anybody? I see everybody's quiet.
No problem.
Okay. Okay, how can bhakti be spiritual if it is performed using material body and mind? So we say, oh, we to do the bhakti, we have to come at the spiritual platform, but we are doing it with our material body and mind. So that is the question. Why?
Um, I'll let somebody else answer
Go
if
ahead. Go
anybody
ahead.
wants to. So my understanding is that if you're performing devotional service, then you're not performing within material nature. So you're not performing with your material body and mind.
Very good. You see here, KC activities are directly under the control of the internal energy. So by the mercy of a bona fide guru, so again Guru is coming, and Krishna, all our endeavors are spiritualized. So once one is taking the shelter of a guru, and from their instruction they are serving Krishna, even though I'm in the material realm, because I am connected through the parampara to ultimately to Krishna, the activities which is being done is considered to be not material. Okay, so very important. And how to perform Krishna Anusilanam? By surrendering unto a bona fide guru. So bona fide guru is emphasized. Now Anukuliyena, we talked about this favorable thing we already talked about, and so we have done this discussion. Um, and now secondary also we have talked about, right? Tathastha Lakshmi means it shouldn't be devoid of other desire, and jnana karmadi anavritam. Okay. Now aim of sadhana bhakti. So this we will be doing more study on this, but it's a good thing to talk. Aim of sadhana bhakti is to ultimately attain bhava bhakti. So what we are doing sadhana bhakti, ultimately the goal is bhava. Okay, so it is not, and why it is important, because sometimes people think that, oh, raga nuga bhakti, I'm not doing raga nuga bhakti. So that's a natural progression. Anybody who is doing the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti or the sadhana bhakti as we call, right? It is, the aim is bhava bhakti. Okay. All right. So, um, I would like uh, Jessica. Would you like to read?
Sure. One can have a personal desire and still not be out of the realm of pure devotional service. As long as the desire is not integral part of one's nature. For example, suppose a devotee who has declined or who has dedicated his full energy to advancement and devotion is suddenly put in a life-threatening situation. He may call out, "Krishna, save me." This is not a desire for Krishna's pleasure. It is a personal desire for self-preservation, but it is not an integral part of the devotee's nature. It is a superficial, fleeting desire. It is not a motive. It is the how do I say that?
It is not anya. You can break it. Anya abhila,
Anya
anya
abhilas,
bilasita, bilasita.
anya
Okay, anya
bilasita.
bilasita. Very good. Anya bilasita. Yeah.
Such non-integral desire do not include one from pure
Exclude.
devotional service. Oh, exclude one from pure devotional service. This gives scope to the feasibility of executing pure devotional service, even in the stage of practice, sadhana bhakti.
This is a very important. We'll do this discussion further. Are we doing when we'll ask the question, are we doing the pure devotional service? So this will important. Okay. So in conclusion, even if there are extraneous desire, one's motive must be kept completely pure. So the even if I have extraneous desire, what is my motive? So Shrujana Mataji was telling that I may have desire, but my motive is always pure. Which is so if she has that, then she is doing the Uttama Bhakti. One should desire only to please the Lord and thus execute pure devotional service. Now, this is here. This is the technical analysis. Anya Bhilashita. So you see, Ita. Ita word has been like it's blue color, right? So you see, this Rupa Goswami could have used the word Anya Bhilasha Sunyam, right? He could have used this word, Anya Bhilasha Sunyam. But instead of that, he's putting the ita, his suffix, he's putting a suffix ita there, and it has the meaning. Okay. So what is the analysis? Anya Bhilasha Sunyam literally means one should have no other desire except to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead under any circumstances, right? So also say, oh, so somebody will say, oh, that sounds right. But what is wrong with that definition? This definition is too exclusive, because if I make it so exclusive, then nobody can practice the Uttama Bhakti, right? Nobody can practice it, because we just said, like, if I get hurt, or somebody's in like a ICU and out of pain they're saying Krishna, 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 that's totally fine. Self preservation, because see, out when the kid when get hurt, what they call mama, ma, mother, right? They're asking, calling mother. That's love. So if a devotee out of love or fear sometimes call the name of Krishna, that doesn't mean that they have the desire, right? It is the love which is, so that's the reason saying that in this case, this Anya Bilasha Sunyam, that definition would be too exclusive. So if this definition is accepted, then Draupadi cannot be accepted as a Uttama Bhakta, just as Gajendra is not considered an Uttama Bhakta. So I think Bree, you know about Draupadi, right? Uh, Jessica, do you know about Draupadi?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. So Mahabharata story where this Bhagavad Gita has been spoken. Uh, there, what happens at one point of time? There is a gambling match which is happening, and there are two factions. One good faction called Pandavas, where Arjun and all his brothers are there. Other faction, which is the uh, bad people, which is Duryodhan. So these are two factions, and they are playing the gambling match. And during that time, for the Kingsley people, gambling match was considered as good as fighting, right? So they cannot refuse. But what happened, and that's become very complicated. That place, um, Draupadi, who was the queen of these brothers, was put as one of the as like a thing that we are putting. So they're telling that we are putting our wife Draupadi. Um, Give me a word for it, like as a
Collateral.
collateral. Thank you, Bree. Yeah, as a collateral, right? And then they lose it, and now after that, they are trying to, the bad side, they're trying to disrobe Draupadi in public in front of the whole, and then she's holding her sari very tightly, but they're strong, they're men, right? They're strong. She's, even though she's very strong, but she couldn't hold it. So she's trying her best, and she's shouting for help from everybody, that this is not right, you have to stop it, right? But everybody is like just putting their head like that, and then nobody's helping. And then she takes both her hand up and she shouts Krishna, Keshava. And what happens after that? As soon as she shouts, Krishna appears, and he provides unlimited saris. So they keep pulling the sari never ends. So she could not be disrobed. Right? So this telling, so Draupadi was considered to be Uttama Bhakta. What is telling that if this definition, Anya Bhilasha Sunyam, would have been a definition without the Ita, it means that Draupadi would not qualify as a Uttama Bhakta, right? But Draupadi is a Uttama Bhakta. So Ita means that once there is a where there is a where there is a condition of self-protection, that is included in the definition. Means one the having a desire to save myself to serve Krishna is totally allowed within the realm of this definition. It doesn't
So,
it doesn't disqualify as bhakta.
so self-preservation is allowed and that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And this we talk jnana karmadi anavritam. It should not. Mrinali Mataji, would you like to read? This is the last, and then
Yes,
we'll end. Yeah.
as mentioned, there are two secondary characteristics, that is the Lakshana of pure devotional service, Anyabhilashita Shunyam, free from ulterior motive, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, not covered by philosophical or fruitive pursuits. These secondary characteristics modify the primary characteristics and thereby distinguish pure devotional service from general devotional service. Freedom from ulterior motive, Anyabhilashita Sunya, further modifies favorable intention, anu- anukulyena, not covered by philosophical or fruitive pursuits. Jnana karmadi anavritam further modifies activities anusilanam.
So
Yes.
see, in summary, jnana karmadi anavritam, uncovered by jnana karma and other process. So what jnana are we talking about? Jnana refers to knowledge of impersonal Brahman and other such knowledge that can covers one appreciation of bhakti. So this is not the, means if one is doing this, then they are not doing uttama bhakti. And what karma are we talking about? Karma refers to nitya and naimittika karmas, and not action related to serving the Lord. So if so this includes that I am doing extra endeavor, so that is not the part of definition. And what is the meaning of adi refers to vairagya, sankhya, yoga, such things. So if etc, this etc means it is referring to, sometimes say, oh, I want to become a big renunciate, or I want to just go and do a lot of empirical studies, or I want to go and do the Stanga yoga. Those things are also not the part of this Uttama Bhakti definition, because such things obstruct the pure bhakti. Okay, that's the reason. So if bhakti has to be devoid of the influence of jnana karma, why not jnana karma sunyam? So this we already talked about, right? Why it's not sunyam? Because anything which I'm studying for to improve my bhakti is allowed, right? So that's the reason. Okay. So so what it says, philosophical speculation is not not the part of definition. Ritualistic pursuits are not the part of definition. Whatever we are doing in Krishna consciousness, it is for pleasing Krishna. That is, the intention matters more than anything else. So the devotee also chant mantra, but more than chanting the mantra is the intention of chanting the mantra. Just chanting the mantra correctly is not enough. Okay. So this is the final. Okay. So and then we will end. So does this definition of Uttama Bhakti fit in with the Sastric definition, right? So here is the Sastric definition. It is coming from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tat Paratvena Nirmalam Hri Hrishikesha Shevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. So Bhakti is defined as Bhakti Uchyate, which is service to the Lord. Rishikesha Sevanam. Okay, so bhakti is defined as bhakti ruchite, means it is the highest bhakti, which is service to the Lord, which means the rishikesha sevanam, which is serving the rishikesh, using the senses, which is rishikena. It should be done with the intention of pleasing the Lord, which is tat paratvena, free of other desire, which is sarvopadi vinirmuktam, and unobstructed by other process, which is nirmalam, right? And this definition, which is put in Srimad Bhagavatam, is coming from Narada Pancharatra, which is the another book. So this is the classical definition of bhakti. Now, what this section is doing, it is taking the classical definition and putting on the definition which Rupa Goswami has put, which is Anya Bilasita Sunyam, right? So here you see the match. Anya Bilasita Sunyam is compared to Sarvopadi Vinik Muktam, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam is Nir. So basically, this definition, what Rupa Goswami is telling, is given, is perfectly fits the Sastric definition. On top of that, the definition which Rupa Goswami is given is very specific so that it becomes more practical. Okay, so Rupa Goswami definition perfectly maps to Sastric mapping above. Okay, so with this, we will end the class for today. Any question, thoughts, comments?
Can you post the video before Monday so then I can I'm a very avid note taker, and I think for me to remember a lot of this, I'd like to review.
Of course, Bray, yeah, I will, and I will also, so see, I'm also trying to send the
I saw
good
the other
class,
two.
yeah, good class notes. So I'll again take the, I'll just class notes. I've already prepared the class notes. I'll post it very quickly because I have tendency to forget. So I'll do that, and video also I will post. Monday, again, we may not have the class. Or we will not have the class because Amrinder Prabhu is giving the class. Okay, so we won't have the class. So we will again meet on next Friday.
Okay.
All right.
Good. This
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Other comment pertaining to the class was no, I think that's really helpful, especially understanding the terms that are more in Sanskrit. I think me being able to remember those things, I can better articulate next time when you're asking questions. So
actually, so believe me, Bree, every time I read it, I learn more, right? So so if you're thinking that, oh, you have learned some new concept, I get the new concept every time I read it. Still I read it, right? So so yes, these definitions are very, very helpful from Rupa Goswami. But the next section where we do the application will further clarify. That's a lovely section, which will say. So we will go into this. Um, oh, I'm not sharing. Okay, so let me share. Oh, this is what we'll be covering. Okay. Are you practicing? So can you see my screen?
yeah.
Are you practicing pure devotional service? So, and this will go and further help us in realizing how we are approaching the bhakti. So we'll go into the intention and then of some of our habits, how those intention and habit can go and play hand in hand together. Let's say somebody is a murderer, and at the same time they are doing the chanting. Um, are they doing the pure devotional service or they're not? So that's a wild example, but
Like
we will go.
Hanuman when he burned down the city,
Yeah.
like
So
that.
that was much easier, but to understand that he was not doing it for himself, right? He was
Mhm.
doing to please Ram, right?
Mhm.
So that's very easy to say that he was doing the pure devotional service. But for us, where we might have some desire, right, for self-preservation, just not self-preservation, right? Especially you have a son, right? Uh, you want him to become a good man. Is that a desire? Does
Oh,
it forbid it from him? You have a husband. You want your husband to love you. Is that forbid it to become a devotional service? Pure devotion, is that a desire? These things,
oh,
right? I think, yeah.
I have. So with that, would it touch like expectations, like, oh, I'm doing all this devotional service, so I should go to this place after I leave this body. Like, oh, I'm doing this devotional service, so that means I should go straight to Vaikuntha or straight to Goloka or straight to
uh,
wherever. Is that
oh, wait, oh,
is that
so
an expectation too?
no, no, that is not the part of this. Um, if s- See, the where one goes, what is the destination of the people who are practicing bhakti? The ultimately the mature devotees has only one desire, and that is to please Krishna.
Which means they can go anywhere. And so
Anywhere,
there's
yes, they
which
can go
means
in.
yeah.
Go
That
ahead, go ahead.
and so the question would be, so like somebody who's practicing pure devotional service would be not expecting to go anywhere that they desire, but wherever Krishna wants them to go, versus somebody who would have an expectation to go one other place and not wherever Krishna wants them to go. Is that a topic in that?
So this is the topic we'll be covering. Are we living our life as per Rupa Goswami? Okay,
Mm,
so that's what we'll cover. Okay, what is the destination is not the part of this.
mm.
Of course, that topic also will come, like there are five different kind of liberations. The is does the devotee aspire for any one of those liberation or not? That topic also will touch little later, not in this.
Okay.
Okay,
No, that helps.
yeah, sure. All right, thank you very much. Um, Jessica, you're coming tomorrow, right?
Yes, I will be coming.
So tomorrow is our last Kirtan on the Bhakti Studio. So Jessica will be
Oh,
coming. So I'm
nice.
very excited. Yes, Bree. All right. Yes,
Are you
Bree.
going to
If
be
you,
there, Bree?
I it depends. It depends on how my day
Okay.
goes.
yeah,
Either Harinam or
yeah.
Bhakti
You can
Studio.
see. You can come after Harinam if you have time, because tomorrow some special guests are coming. They are very senior practitioner of Bhakti Yoga. They are direct Prabhupada disciples. So both the husband and wife, they are coming, and they'll be doing kirtan also, and they'll be giving the talk also. So in case you feel energetic enough, you can come. No pressure. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.